All right, guys, welcome to the Challenge All-Stars Season 2 finale episode. All right. Last time we had, who went home? Brad and Jody went home. They were in elimination with Darrell and Janelle. And in the end, they couldn't pull it out and ended up going home. The challenge immediately started right after that. All right. It was the whole sleep deprivation thing where they immediately had to go where one partner had to stand on a log by a fire while the other one gets to sleep, and they have to switch out, and they have to do that all night until the next day. All right. Oh God. All right, so it looked like this. The first watch was taken up by the ladies. As you can see, they're standing by the fire, and the guys are over at the hammock. All right, so the next day, the final officially begins. All right, and they have to jog a trail to all the way to a nexus point where they will do 3 puzzles in order to into advance to the second phase. All right, so that's the first phase, because in the first phase, one team is going to be eliminated. They have 4 teams right now. One team is going to be eliminated, and the second phase is just going to be 3 teams. All right. Let's see. All right, so the teams are, you got Tech, Ayanna, that's one team. MJ, John A, that's another team. And I believe that's Nehemiah and Melinda over here, and Darrell and Janelle over there. All right, so it's 4 teams. So, see if I can get a picture of what the track looks like, what they have to run. Forget it. Anyways, they have to, oh, there it is. All right. All right, it looks like this. All right, so they start over here, down here in the bottom here, and they have to run this track, and they have to follow the black arrows to get to the nexus point. And at the nexus point is where they're going to find all the clues to the puzzle that they have to do. And the 3 puzzles are at the different colors right there. You got the red, green, and white over here. All right, so that's basically what they have to do. They have to run all the way to the nexus point, find out where the puzzle is going to be, which puzzle. They can do it in whatever order they choose, and that's how it's going to go. But as soon as they start running, every team runs to the nexus point, except for, I believe, Nehemiah and Melinda. They turned off, and I believe this is supposed to be blue. They turned off on the blue arrow. They're supposed to follow the black arrows all the way to the nexus. They turned off on the blue arrow, went to the first checkpoint, and had to turn around. They ended up being last. And I think the first to get to the nexus point was Darrell and Janelle. Second was Tech and Ayanna. And then the third would have been last if Nehemiah and Melinda didn't turn off, was MJ and John A. All right. There's that. All right. So some of the puzzles are more strenuous than the others. There's one where they have to collect 14 puzzle pieces by riding bikes that are tethered together. I think that one took the longest because it's a constant ride, like 6 miles to get the pieces and come back. You have to do that like 7 times because each is carrying 1 piece at a time. and then have to assemble the puzzle. Assembling the puzzle is the easiest part, but the ride, that takes quite a while. All right. All right, and they have and I think that one was the green checkpoint, and the blue checkpoint, they have to get a night, what is it, what's that called, a blue light, to go to a cave, and they have to shine it on different rocks to get codes to a puzzle. So it's going to be like the number 15 next to a pineapple, with 1 dot or 2 dot next to it, and they pretty much have to go back to the key and sort of figure out what the numbers are assigned to, because there's going to be numbers assigned to letters, and they have to figure out what the word to the puzzle sort of says. All right, and the red one, what was the red one? I believe the red one is sort of a flipboard puzzle. So they have to run to a checkpoint, and there's going to be an entire board with numbers next to the pictures, and they have to run back to the key, and they have to flip the pictures according to the numbers. So no, they're not numbers next to it. I believe they're just assigned in a certain order, and they kind of use numbers to assign what the pictures are. So they have to remember what the picture is and whatever number they assign to it, and then go back to the board and then flip it in the correct order. So if one of them is a bird, you have to flip the first bird and then the second one, and they have to do it in that order. If they mess up on one, they have to go all the way back and come back in order to start again. All right, so that's all the puzzles. The first one, I believe Ayanna and Tech chose to do the bike riding one with the 14-piece puzzle first, and that took them a while. That took them over 2 hours. The first ones to complete one of their puzzles was Nehemiah and Melinda. That's after they made a mistake and went the wrong direction. They came back, and which one did they finish? I think it was the flip puzzle. They finished that one first. All right, and the second ones to finish was John A and MJ, and third was Darrell and Janelle. All right. It went on for a while. Everybody was exhausted. I believe there was a point where Melinda twisted her ankle, but she still kept going. The first ones to finish all of their puzzles was Melinda and Nehemiah. They finished all 3 first. Second was I think Darrell and Janelle was the second, and the third was, well, I don't think anyone finished third. I think it came down to who quit first. John A wanted to quit, and Ayanna wanted to quit. But eventually MJ convinced her not to quit. And in the end, Ayanna was the first to quit. I know I said this before, but like, she was strong, but mostly because she was just bigger than the other girls that she had to compete with when they went down into elimination. But all that weight on her body, there's no way she's going to be able to do an endurance competition. If you're competing with people that are overweight, I know you don't want to discriminate. They might be strong or whatever, but you need, if your partner is going to be female, you want someone that has the endurance rather than someone that has the strength, because that's what the final is going to be. Like, there was no way she was going to win a final being that big. Like, it's just not going to happen. She couldn't hack it. She wanted to quit way before that, but eventually she couldn't do it anymore and she had to quit. And her legs were hurting because they were doing a lot of walking. All that weight every time she steps, like, it's just, she pretty much had a handicap from the beginning, and she handicapped herself. Like, it's not a good move. All right, so she quit. which kind of saved John A and MJ, and Tech and Ayanna pretty much got eliminated, and everybody else goes to the second phase. All right. Second phase starts with an eating challenge. All right. So, all right, the food looks like this. All right, so you got nachos with I believe roaches in it. All right. Let's see. You got glasses filled with blood. All right, that they have to wash down all that food with. Oh, hold on. I believe there was a burrito with crickets as well. Get a picture of it. And there's this right here. What is that, fish? No, is it fish? Yeah, it's a bunch of fish on top there. Well, there's some other insects as well. Yeah, and the burrito with the crickets. That was, I think the worst thing for me would have been the nachos because I'm lactose intolerant, but the blood was probably freaking disgusting. So they did that, and after they do that, they have to then run down like a couple miles to a puzzle. The puzzle looks like this. They kind of have to figure out what the numbers are, and they're going to then use the numbers to solve. The numbers are going to, like, each number that they figure out is going to be the combination to a safe that's going to have the money in it. And after they open the safe, grab the safe is going to be the opposite end of the runway. All right, so it's like a full airplane runway that they're going to have to run. I think they start in the middle with the eating challenge. They have to run down to solve the puzzle, and then back to the other end to open the safe. And then the jet is going to be landed somewhere off the side, and they have to run to the jet with the bags of money, and that's how you win. All right, so. All right. So everyone started out pretty okay, but the first ones to get to the puzzle was, I believe, Darrell and Janelle, and then it was John A and MJ. I believe the last was Melinda and Nehemiah to get to the puzzle. They're all pretty confused. I think mainly the ladies took charge of the puzzles. The guys, I don't know. I guess they don't understand math. Like, it's not difficult. Just they got all confused because of the pictures, and just replace the pictures with letters. They're like, it's just simple middle school math, man. It's not that difficult. So they did that. The first ones to finish was Darrell and Janelle. They're the first ones to start running to the safe. The second ones, I mean, it's pretty much the same order as they got to the puzzles. All right. All right, so they got to the safe to punch in the numbers. Oops. All right, so. All right, so as you can see the safe right there, and you see the little sheet right there with the rules on it as to how you open the safe. They all got to the safe. I believe Darrell and Janelle got to this one. Then John A and MJ got to this one, and then Nehemiah and Melinda got to this one. They all got to the safe. No one could open their safe. They're punching in the numbers. They can't get it open. The only ones to read the rules next to them was MJ and Janelle, and MJ and John A. And they ended up opening the safe and winning because they read the rules. Nobody else did that. I've never seen something so stupid in my life. To lose out on 500 grand because you didn't read the rules. So ends season 2. And I'll start with season 3. There's 2 episodes so far, but God damn, that was stupid. MJ and John A are now champions. And Darrell lost twice in a row on Allstars because he couldn't read rules. All the rules told you was just what order to put the numbers in. Just first number clockwise, counterclockwise with the second. It's like it's not. I don't even know what to say, man. That was incredibly stupid. Till next season. Oh my freaking God.